Securing the area around Trump Tower in New York is being called a, quote, unprecedented challenge. As you might expect, the roadblocks, concrete barriers, and police officers now surround the skyscraper on Fifth Avenue. It sits in one of the busiest parts of New York City, in an area visited by millions of tourists every year. John Miller is the NYPD's Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism. He also, as you probably know, is a former senior correspondent, so we always love it when John Miller returns to the table. Hello, John Miller.
Thanks for saving my old chair.
Yes. Good morning. Ready for you anytime.
Good morning.
So what can you tell us about the secret bunker?
Well, just that it's secret and that there's a tunnel.
No, but this is a huge challenge. What's the biggest challenge for you guys?
Well, the biggest challenge is trying to blend the two things that we have to make work as a police department. One is securing the President of the United States when he's in New York, or right now the President-elect, and the other is doing it on what could be a very regular basis at what we consider practically the center of the earth, which is 57th Street and Fifth Avenue.
It's a big shopping area. I'm thinking about the stores, the people that want to go there, the people that live in the area.
Yeah, the
people that live in the area, that live in the area.
Fix it for us,
yes,
will you?
Yes.
So yeah, the President-elect has complained about some of the neighbors, and one in particular.
But how do you balance it, though, John, honestly? Because people now are coming, Charlie was saying, just to come take pictures of Trump Tower.
Well, people have been taking pictures on Fifth Avenue at 57th Street, you know, since the beginning of time. But first thing you got to do is figure out what were the traffic laws there in the first place. And, you know, one thing I learned was Fifth Avenue is no commercial traffic street. It just wasn't very enforced because it's kind of a live and let live environment. So you're going to see strict enforcement there. We're going to lose a block of 56th Street. But, you know, this is New York City. We've lost a block for water main explosions, and, you know, we always work around it.
But water main explosions are temporary, though,
President-elect Trump has announced that Melania and Barron Trump will not immediately move to the White House. Does that change the security picture?
Not there. They all have the Trump family is spread out in different residences, and there's a program with the Secret Service designed to secure each of them.
So it won't change things.
I think the real answer there, Nora, is that the big footprint here is the President-elect or the President. Whoever that is, when they move, it comes with a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
I want to talk about ISIS and some of the threats that a magazine has made about Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. Can you tell us anything about what threats have been made and how you respond?
So this came out last weekend in ISIS's magazine, Rumiyah. It was a larger article about, based on the Nice, France attack, where the terrorists used a large truck to run over a Bastille Day celebration, trying to pick other crowded venues that other would-be terrorists could use. I think what you're seeing here is that ISIL is still struggling with complex external attacks in the U.S. Or their ability to launch them. But what they're asking anybody who's following their propaganda to do is something low-tech, low-cost, and potentially high-impact. So the idea of renting a big truck and ramming it into crowds is something that they find attractive. From our standpoint, for the Thanksgiving Day parade, it was pictured. It had a caption saying, "Excellent target."
Really?
This isn't something we thought of last weekend. For the last several years, we have had blocker cars at every intersection on that route, very much the way we do when the President of the United States moves through town. So that's
You put a police car in the middle of the road.
It's more than a police car. You take vehicles end to end across that street, you take the route and you make it basically sterile to outside traffic. In this case, you know, kind of reviewing it based on that article, we've ordered up 81 sand trucks, which you can ram a New York City Sanitation Department sand truck with a lot of things, but you're not going to move it.
Let me ask you, John, about something that Jeff Pegues is reporting this morning, that CBS News has learned that the FBI has alerted law enforcement across the country about the potential for an attack ahead of Thanksgiving and the upcoming inauguration. What are some of the concerns?
I think what you're seeing there is a little bit about what we just talked about, Nora, which is ISIL came out with their magazine calling on people to do what they could with what was in front of them. The same weekend, Al-Qaeda came up with its magazine with its kind of review of the Chelsea bombing that occurred here in New York City in September, and a section on how to do one of those better. So I think what the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security is reacting to is there's a churning in the terrorist world, asking people to act on their own.
Given President-elect Trump's comments about Muslims and banning them, he's changed that position a bit, and some of his advisors, have we seen any uptick in chatter?
No, I wouldn't connect those two things. And what we have seen is kind of a discomfort in Muslim communities. We, as the NYPD, have reached out. So has Mayor de Blasio's office. But one of the advantages we had, and you remember because it was said here on this show, is when candidate Trump made those comments, both Police Commissioner Bratton, myself, and the mayor separated New York City from those comments immediately to reassure those communities.
Great to see you, John.
John Miller, thank you very much.
Good to be here, and I'll get back to you on the secret bunker.
Yes, yeah, you know my number. Thanks a lot.